A guy called Tony came to me terrified of the camera. I mean, he couldn't get a sentence out. But 29 days later, he was making YouTube videos like he'd been doing it for years. And the only thing I told him to do was this: 2 minutes a day. That's the same habit that has built my entire YouTube business. And if you're over 40 and you haven't started yet, this is the video that changes all of that for you. So in this video, I'm going to give you the exact system, the proof it works, and everything you need to start today. Now, you're probably thinking, 2 minutes? Come on, Stephen. What can you actually achieve in just 2 minutes? And you know what? I get it. When I started, I thought exactly the same thing. I thought I needed the right camera and the right lighting and a proper script. And I thought I needed to know exactly what my business was before I could even press record. But here's what I learned the hard way. The people who figure out their business first and then make videos second, they almost never start. They plan for months, they research for weeks, and then they never press record. But the people who press record first, even when it's a little bit messy, even when they don't know exactly what to say, they're the ones who build the real online business. And here's the part that really, really stings. So hold tight. Every day that you don't press record, someone else with half of your experience, half of your knowledge, and half of your story is building the audience that you should have. And not because they're better than you, simply because they just showed up. You see, here's what nobody in this space right now is talking about. That basketball dude, Michael Jordan, he didn't read books about basketball and then decide to play. And then my hero, Cristiano Ronaldo, he didn't study football tactics for 5 years before he kicked a ball, did he? They both showed up every single day. And they got great by being willing to be bad first and enjoying the process. Your YouTube business is exactly the same. It's not a business plan. It's a practice. And the practice starts with just 2 minutes. Now, if you're sat there thinking, yeah, Stephen, I want to start making YouTube videos, but I have no idea what those videos should even be about, I've built something just for you. It's called the Hidden Asset Finder. It's a gift from me to you. It takes around, say, 10 minutes to complete. And what it does, it helps you figure out what your business could actually look like so that you know what videos you should make in the future. If this is resonating with you, I'd be grateful if you could hit the like button. And if you want more of content like this, then subscribe, because what I'm about to show you next is where it all clicks into place. Now, let me take you back for a second, okay? Christmas morning. You're 8 years old, maybe 9. And your dad pulls out the massive VHS camcorder. The one that weighs more than the turkey when he puts it on his shoulder. And he's pointing it at everyone. And your mum's in a dressing gown telling him to go away and turn it off. And then your nana's there waving, "Is it on?" You know this. You remember, don't you? And you're just sat there ripping open presents, not caring about the camera at all. Nobody's worried about the lighting. Nobody's checking the framing, and nobody had a script. It was just real, raw, and in the moment. And those videos are the ones that you still watch 20, 30, 40 years on. The ones that, make you cry, not because they were polished, but just because they were honest. That's what YouTube is right now. It's the camcorder. And you already know how to do this. You've just forgotten. But the beautiful thing, showing up like that, real, honest, no filter, it takes just 2 minutes. Not 2 hours of editing, not 2 hours of planning, just 2 minutes of you being you. And I'm going to show you how in a moment. But before I do, let's remove the elephant in the room. Here's the thing that no AI on earth will ever be able to replicate. Your beautiful smiling face, your voice, the way you pause when a memory hits you, the way you laugh at yourself when you lose your train of thought. An AI can write the perfect script for you, but it can't have a lump in its throat. It can't look at the camera and make someone on the other side of the world feel like they finally found someone who gets it. So let me show you what 2 minutes a day actually looks like when someone does it for real. Lorraine, she wanted just one thing. She wanted to find new clients for a business without cold calling strangers or knocking on doors. Now, she came to a talk I did literally, I think it was about 10 years ago now. Small room, maybe 20 or 30 people. I put a camera in the middle of the room and I pressed record and talked about how video could change their business. Now, I remember the conversation with Lorraine. She sat there thinking, I can't do that. I don't know what to say. I'll look stupid. My kids will laugh at me. Have you felt like that? Are they some of the things that are going through your head? Let me know in the comments. But Lorraine, see, she went home that night, she picked up her phone, and she actually pressed live in Facebook. In her own words, that first video was dreadful. I mean, she was literally shaking. She forgot what she was going to say halfway through. And she said to me, she said, I nearly deleted it, Stephen. But she did it again the next day and the next. 2 minutes. That's all she committed to. Just 2 minutes a day talking about her business, talking about her day, what she'd learned. By day 10, she'd stopped thinking about that camera. By day 20, she'd found her voice. And by day 30, she didn't even think about pressing record anymore. She just did it. She said it's just like opening her front door. It comes natural to her. But here's the part of Lorraine's experience that I think about all of the time. She's got a son, Kian. He watched his mum go through this entire transformation. He watched her go from terrified to confident. And one day he looked at her and said, Mum, I want to do that too. Lorraine told me that when he said that she literally just had to leave the room. She stood in the kitchen with her hand over her mouth because she just realized in that moment that she hadn't just built her business. She'd shown her son what courage looks like. Now that could be you, that moment where your kids, your partner, your friends, they look at you and say, I can't believe you did that. That's 30 days away, 2 minutes a day. That's it. And let's not forget, the internet was built for us. Gen X, we were the first generation online. We just let the young lot run the place for a bit. Well, now it's time to take it back. You see, Lorraine didn't wait until she was confident to press record. She pressed record before she was confident. And that's the bit that most people get wrong. They think they need to feel ready first. They think confidence comes before action, but it doesn't. It never has. Courage comes first, confidence follows. And if you're feeling that way right now, if you know you've got something to share, but you just can't get past the fear of pressing that record button, I've built something for you. It's called Courage Before Confidence. Thousands of people have been through it exactly where you are. It's designed for exactly this moment, exactly where you are right now. So if you want to be the kind of person that your kids look up to and say, I want to do that too, please take a look. There's a link in the description. All right. Here's the system. I call it the 2-minute daily diary. And it is the simplest content habit that you will ever build. And it works because it removes every single barrier to entry. No fancy camera, no editing software, no script. Yes, no script. Just your phone and 2 minutes of your time. Now, there are 3 phases, and when you follow them in order, something happens, and by day 30, you won't expect it. You just really won't. So let's look at phase 1 first. It's days 1 to 10, and this is just about pressing record. Pick up your phone, open the camera, press record, talk for 1 to 2 minutes about absolutely anything. What happened today, what's on your mind, what's annoying you. It genuinely just does not matter. You see, nobody will ever see these videos. They're not for YouTube. They're not for anyone but you. You see, what you're actually doing is training the brain to be comfortable with the camera pointing in your face. But the real thing you're doing is killing the fear in just 2 minutes at a time. So by day 10, press and record feels like opening your front door like Lorraine. You just don't even think about it. So let's look at phase 2, days 11 to 20. This is how you find your voice. Well, this is where you find your voice. Something interesting starts to happen. In those 2 minutes, you start noticing what you actually enjoy talking about. Now, some days you'll talk about a frustration and the words will just flow. You'll forget that the camera's even there. Other days you'll try a topic and it will feel forced, like you're reading from a script that you haven't written. Pay attention to that. It's really, really important. That's your body telling you what your content should and should not be about. This is where your YouTube business ideas start to form. Not from a spreadsheet, not from some guru's framework, from you being yourself for 2 minutes a day, talking about what actually matters to you. But it's the next phase is where it gets really interesting, because this is where the 2 minutes stops being a practice and starts becoming your business. So let's talk about phase 3. Phase 3 is days 21 to 30. We're going to point it in the direction of YouTube, because by day 21, you're not thinking about this camera anymore. You found maybe 2, 3, or 4 topics that start to light you up. And you've got a natural way of speaking that sounds just like you, not like you're performing. What did I do this for performing? Anyway, this is where you're pointing your camera in a direction of YouTube. Your first video does not need to be perfect. In fact, it certainly shouldn't. It needs to be real, honest, authentic. Remember that VHS camcorder that your dad had? The size of a turkey? Nobody was checking the resolution on Christmas morning. They were watching because it was you. Now, let me put this into perspective for you. 2 minutes a day for 30 days is only 1 hour. 1 hour of your entire life. That's it. 1 hour to go from I can't do video to I just published my first YouTube video. See, when you frame it like that, there's only one real question. Why haven't you started already? See, here's what the gurus will never tell you. The people with the biggest YouTube audiences, they didn't start with a strategy. They did not start with a course. They started with the courage to be bad at something in front of a camera, 2 minutes at a time. Now, let me show you what 2 minutes a day literally looks like when someone does it. Now, I mentioned Tony at the start of the video. He came to me a while back. He's in his 40s. He wanted to build a YouTube business, but was absolutely petrified of the camera. And I mean petrified. He could barely get a full sentence out without looking away. And he told me, Stephen, I've got 20 years of experience in my head, but the second that red light goes on, I forget all about it. Is that how you feel? Let me know in the comments. I gave him one instruction: 2 minutes a day. Daily diary. Do not think about YouTube. This is my advice to you as well. Yes, you watching. Don't think about your business. Just press record and talk. You see, the challenge is we go inside ourselves and we don't like what we look like, what we sound like, how it makes us feel. But by day 29, just like Tony, you'll send me a video. And I want you to see the difference. Same person, same phone. The only thing that changed was 29 days of 2 minutes a day. And you're probably thinking, well, if Tony can do it, what's actually stopping me? And my friend, that is the right question to be asking yourself. You see, Tony didn't wait until he felt ready. He just started. 2 minutes and it changed everything. If you're in that place right now where you know you've got something to give, but the fear is louder than the ambition, my Courage Before Confidence program was made for you. Okay. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Please take a look. There's a link in the description below. You see, most creators will tell you to buy a 10 grand course, learn the algorithm, master SEO, build a funnel, and then maybe after all that, knock out some videos. That's not what we do here. We press record first. We figure it out as we go, 2 minutes at a time. Now, once you've started making those videos, the next question everyone asks is, how do you build a community around yourself when you've only got a handful of subscribers or even just started? Well, that's what I'm covering in my next video here, and the answer is going to surprise you.